Hello everyone, Funky Blood here, and I just opened Album of the Year, and what I see? A new Post Malone album out, and it is not doing that great rating wise, so I go to rateyourmusic.com, and what I see? People don't like it that much either, so time to react to my first Post Malone release. And the only other project I've heard from him was the Bentleys and Beer Bongs, or Beer Bongs and Bentleys album, which I liked a ton. I even downloaded it on Huawei Music, which sucked by the way, and I even heard some of the songs from that album, which don't suck by the way. And what I guess I'm trying to say is I know his style at least a little bit, and I expect at least some sort of quality, maybe. The name of it is 12 Carat Toothache, which I guess is a reference to Post's golden teeth, but on the face of it, to a random listener, this may sound like a bit random. Kind of a weird title to put as a name for your record, but go off, I guess. This album is slightly over 40 minutes. It has 14 tracks, and it has a couple of features like Roddy Ricch, Doja Cat, The Weeknd, and of all bands or groups or whatever musical unit, Fleet Foxes, which is like a folk rock band, I think. And I have heard their music, and they do make some sad songs, but not like hip hop songs or R&B songs in the slightest. So this is going to be a interesting collaboration. So right before I start reacting to the music, I'm going to talk about the cover for this album, which is a red and black butterfly on like a white spike in front of a like gray background. And I don't think it's saying all that much. It's kind of just a visual thing that exists. I'm slightly leaning towards liking it, but I kind of think it's kind of whatever as a result of just not really caring about what it's trying to say. So I'm going to give it like somewhere in the middle. I don't hate it. The first track is called Big Reputation. Big Reputation. Big Reputation. I mean reputation. Let's go. I think he's straining his voice a bit, and not in a very natural way. Okay. He was trying to present his legacy in a pretty interesting way. I like it. I don't think I like the chorus though. That was a fine intro. I didn't like the effects and just the singing at the beginning and later on in the choruses. I do have some issues with it, and I'm not sure what I will give it now. Track number 2 is Cooped Up with Roddy Ricch, and probably the biggest single from this album. It's a bit too reverby for me to super enjoy it, but I think I kind of like where it's going. So this was a party track after the COVID lockdowns. Okay, the bass hits, for one, sounded kind of annoying, and the production was fine, but the bass hits were a bit off, in my opinion, and Roddy Ricch phoned it in. I don't think he was trying all that much. Overall, it's fine. I don't hate it. It's just whatever. And presented as a party track for some reason. Is there something I'm missing here? It's just like presenting this idea of partying after the COVID lockdowns, but there's just like no vibe to it that would make it hype. I'm just gonna give it around a 6, 5.5 to a 6, somewhere around that. Next track is called Lemon Tree. How sad. This is a lousy metaphor, and the vocals are processed in a way that makes them almost unlistenable. Yeah. Oh my god. What are these beats? You're fucking kidding me? Like dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-doo. If this is going to be an EDM track, I'm going to give it a very bad score. I swear to God. This almost sounds like an ex-ambassador's song. Just the tone of the vocals and the production is so overdramatic. Ugh. Better. Oh. I think that was my least favorite track so far. The effects on his voice, the weird lemon tree metaphor in the chorus was corny, and the weird line, "In every film I watch, I'm on the side of the bad guy," sung in a very melodramatic tone, just makes it unintentionally funny, really. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to like it even more with a few more listens. But for now, I'm going to give it like something between a 3 or a 4. This track is a bit weak, to say the least. Yeah. Track number 4 is called Wrapped Around Your Finger. Another thing to mention is that basically every track has started with a chorus, which makes the structure a bit scuffed. You're presenting a hook right out of the gate, and if it's not the best hook, it results in an experience that makes me wish the chorus was not in the beginning. The beats sound a bit cheap, and the spaciness does not really help it. And it is just kind of plainly produced. I am not enjoying this track really. This chorus is way too long. 4 times it appears in this track, and I don't like it. This track was just kind of mediocre. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say about it. It sounded pretty cheap, it sounded pretty plain. The lyrics were just wrapped around your finger, oh, I was wrapped around your finger, and like for like 3 minutes straight. For now, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. It may be even less later. Track number 5. I Like You, a happier song with Doja Cat.
I've been trying to hit it all week, babe. Why you acting all sweet? He let the way I trip to that pool to the beach. And I coulda caught the burger, but I cops the lead.
Doja's timbre is a bit off. I guess she's trying, but not super hard, in my opinion.
No, I'm cool with that. So that pussy, you ain't get sued for that. Wonder what a nigga might do for that.
The outro sounds pretty good. I'm kind of mixed on this track. On one hand, the production is pretty catchy, but just the chemistry wasn't there, and Doja's performance was a bit off. I'm going to give it like a 6. Yeah, it's a bit flawed, but I guess it has enough things in it to make it pretty enjoyable. The lyrics are just whatever. Yeah. Gunna. I couldn't even find up cause you leaving me. You tell I'm big and feel my energy. And the bitch, we ain't living free. How can I see when you cover my eyes? And can I just see when I'm so fucking tired? Yeah, this was kind of a slog. I don't think there were many things I would say appealed to me. It was kind of plain, kind of boring. I'm just gonna give it like a 3 to a 4. I don't know what Gunna was doing there. He was just there for a check, I guess. Next track, Insane. Hopefully it will be that. Oh my god, so bad. What? Yeah, we both got a car, but it's different. Yeah, we both got a house, but it's different. Yeah, we both got teeth, but it's different. How is having teeth worthy of being sung about?
I wanna see something in a short skirt, please. I wanna see something in a shirt skirt, please.
Oh my god! What the fuck? I'm going to rewind a bit. What the hell was that?
I wanna see something in a short skirt, please. I wanna see something in a shirt skirt, please.
That was abhorrent. What the hell was that? That was awful. That was straight up awful. What the hell was that?
To my top, like my ex, cut it off completely. Going back, shit in the backseat,
Range.
nasty, nasty,
Hey.
second verse, again, put on
Wow.
game. This is not the same though, this is a Musain. Ain't talking that shit, but you ain't gonna know shit. Crazy, going back, shit in the backseat,
Range.
nasty, nasty,
Hey. I guess the production was fine, but the way he sang here, range, just kind of beyond corny to be honest. And I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10. I guess the sound of this track wasn't super bad, but entertainment value was just unintentionally off base. Alright, time for the very unlikely collaboration with Fleet Foxes on Love/Hate Letter to Alcohol. Okay.
I should've kept that shit to myself. I couldn't hear a thing cause the song was too loud. This is my love, hate letter to alcohol. You're the reason why. Let me get my dentist on the phone. Found my keys and I went back out. Someone asked me how it all went down. I thought I died. Why'd you have to go and fucking ruin my life? You're the reason why.
Alright. It was boring and somewhat annoying. The story with him being an alcoholic and running his mouth into the ground where he woke up without his teeth wasn't compelling to me. Like, not really. So yeah, this track is pretty bad. 2 out of 10 from me.
This is like a private plane upon my lane. This is like the first time my body changed. On my last nerve while I'm ripping cigarettes. It's a killer, I know. It's a killer, I know. This life is crazy. I blacked out, left 100 missed calls on your phone. I miss my drink. I should listen to you now if I never had. I should listen to you now if I never had. I should listen to you now if I never had.
Alright, the outro was overproduced, long-winded, and everything before that was plain as hell as well. Kid Laroi was whatever on this track, Post Malone was whatever on this track. The lyrics were about, I don't know, drugs, women, angels, enemies, running away, some shit like that. It's my first reaction, so I cannot tell how I'm going to feel about it forever, but for now I'm feeling like a 3 out of 10. Next track, Euthanasia.
Took a fucking sip from my ash can. It ain't gonna hurt at all. Behold a sober moment. Too short, I should crack one open.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
And take euthanasia. Familiar stranger. Euthanasia.
So that was a downtrodden, ethereal song. I'd say this was somewhat compelling, but his vocalizations in like the chorus were kind of annoying. The progression wasn't super interesting. I guess I like it a bit more than some of the previous tracks I just was incredibly bored by, but I wouldn't say this makes for a better return. I guess I'll give it like something between a 5 or a 6, somewhere in that lane. It's spaced out in a good way, but that's really it. When I'm alone.
We made a pact to take me back. Got no expectations now that I'm forsaken. See what I made of. Letting you go. Just tell me who to blame for this. I was drinking all day, I let her spend the night. When I took her home, she left something in my ride, in my ride. What's your life like? Need a lifeline right now. 99 nights trying to get my mind right. When I'm alone, pretend I'm letting you go.
This track does have some redeeming qualities. For one, it was slightly more memorable than the track Wasting Angels with Kid Laroi, but it wasn't really memorable for good reasons. So I'm going to give it like a 4 out of 10. I guess it was a bit engaging, but I wouldn't say I liked it really. Waiting for a Miracle.
Fuck me up, fuck it, get fucked up.
I understand what he's trying to get at, I guess. Trying to balance being alive and being suicidal, something along those lines. But this track is pretty boring. I'm not gonna kid around. This is not really engaging, so yeah, I'm just gonna give it like a 5 out of 10. I guess the emotional core is somewhat potent, but it doesn't work with a track this barren. The next track is One Right Now with The Weeknd. Let's see what it does, because I haven't heard it, I think, or if I have heard it, I probably forgot about it, so let's see what it does. Okay, here's The Weeknd in the music video.
Said you love me, but I don't care. Put my hand on the table, one right now.
These synths sound so dull, holy crap, I don't think there's any life in them.
You don't call me baby when you did me so wrong. But I got all the bucks, but you wouldn't do it. You should call me dad, baby, you're a man. But you dropped the bad, baby. I got one coming away right now.
The chorus almost works because the vocals are slightly catchy, but the production makes them have next to no life in them. Abel sounds like he doesn't care. Epic. Bruh, they killed each other. Bruh, they killed each other in the music video. No, this track kind of sucks. The synths were dull, the singing was kind of off, and the chorus almost worked, but it was not handled very well. And yeah, this was just a mess. 2.5 from me. Pretty bad single in my opinion. The last track is a very short outro.
Spit another tooth in the trash can. Go out. It ain't gonna hurt.
I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 10. It had enough in it and was long enough to be considered a normal track, and I'm going to consider it that. And I am going to consider it a bad track because it is. The performance was just mind-numbing and the production was really raw, but it didn't really add anything to the track. 3 out of 10. Why wouldn't they record like a freestyle? Can't he freestyle anymore? Or like an instrumental outro? This was just bad. This was bad. This project is bad. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Overall, this was just a pretty bad release for multiple reasons. It was overproduced, and at the same time, the production was plain as hell, which was not a good idea, and also some of the beats were cheap, to me at least. The other thing is the features were phoned in. Maybe Fleet Foxes wanted to make some light noise, but that's it. Every vocalist just did not care at all, and Post was riffing as well. And with the attached effects onto his voice, it made it almost unbearable at points. I guess he did sound sad, genuinely sad, but he should have, I don't know, reeled it in and at least try not to be annoying, because he was at points like the range or we want, like that was just bad. That was just bad. The other thing is that the lyrics were either corny or generic. And even when you got some decent lyricism, like on Euthanasia or Waiting for a Miracle, these tracks sounded too boring for words and too despondent to engage with what's actually being presented. He probably wanted to make them sound as dry and despondent as they come off as, but to me, they were just unengaging and should have been redone or something, because they did not sound like a finished product to me. Within the tracklist, the only track I slightly liked was I Like You, a happier song, with Doja Cat, but even that one has some basic lyrics in it, a fountain feature, and pretty cheap beats. So for now, I'm not sure what I would give this precisely, but looking at the average score, I would give it like a strong 3. That is all for this video. Make sure to check out all of my other stuff that may interest you. Follow me on platforms I linked down below. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Not enough people do that. And have a good day. Video over.